In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to add and master the art of partnering with local businesses so that you can get more referrals in your real estate business. So, starting off, why do we want to partner with local businesses? One, it can easily expand your reach. Local businesses oftentimes have an already established loyal community that is following them, right? And so when you come backed by their recommendation, there is already a little bit of trust and loyalty that can be established. And we all know that local business owners have an awesome, loyal, established community surrounding them, right? They know a lot of people. And so it can be very mutually beneficial for you to not only help them with your services or to give them a platform with your clientele, but also for them to give you the platform as well. This can also be very low cost and high impact strategy. And so what I mean by that is oftentimes you simply showing up to support these local businesses and them giving you a platform to do so is going to not cost very much usually, right? There are a couple of things like giveaways or events that you can throw that will cost money, but traditionally this is a very low cost strategy. However, it can oftentimes be high impact, meaning you are partnering with the local organization to either accomplish something or to both mutually beneficially build each other's businesses. So there can be a very high impact, not only to you and to the business, but oftentimes to you or the business clients as well. So what businesses are we trying to partner with? The obvious one is the complementary services. So these are things like attorneys for real estate transactions, title companies, home inspectors, stagers, contractors. These are businesses that are obviously very complementary to what you do. And so oftentimes you can get referrals that are a lot more hotter or more, or I guess further along in their process of home buying or home selling, because if these complementary services are called or are being utilized, they are oftentimes because they are trying to prepare their house to sell, right? And so if you can link up with a landscaper or a contractor or an attorney or a stager, you can oftentimes get referrals if you've built a valuable relationship with that business owner, right? And so another business that you can partner with is obviously a high traffic or a high foot traffic business. This is obvious. The more people that come into the business, the more likely that your co-marketing or co-branding is going to be seen. So things like a coffee shop that has a lot of people in, a lot of people out, there can be some brand familiarity there with your flyers or your business cards or however you decide to co-brand. One of my favorite things that a local real estate agent did is they went in and they had the same coffee order, but it was different. It was something that wasn't on the menu, and they actually asked if they could brand their own latte with their name, right? And they used the word real estate in it into that coffee. And so that coffee order actually made it on the menu. And this was mutually beneficial because at the end of the day, that real estate agent is then going to refer his clients, right? They've actually worked out a deal where every single one of his clients or customers, when they do the buyer consultation, they actually go to that coffee shop and they get a free coffee, and it is that coffee, right? So there is some mutually beneficial ways that we can co-brand or co-market, and we can also get really creative with it, just like this guy with his infamous coffee order that has now made the menu, right? Another option is a community focused business. I like to work with nonprofits and do events that the nonprofit can then benefit from. We've done several food drives for our local food drive nonprofit, and that's been awesome because we've been able to build a relationship. So, yes, while we do get referrals from that, it's more important that we actually get to support a local business in our community. And that's been really, really awesome. Another one is a large corporation and or their HR departments. And what I mean by that is oftentimes we can be mutually beneficial to the HR department if they are bringing in out of state or out of their local market applicants that they want to hire. And so we can actually offer the service of some sort of community tour for their applicants that is going to be mutually beneficial because one, we are going to get that business if they do get the job, and two, the HR department can then provide an awesome service that is going to increase the odds that that applicant is going to accept the job offer. How many of you have maybe done interviews or heard of interviews where you go in and then there is a community tour that is set up for you? That's really awesome. And so you can actually do this with a lot of your large corporations without even having to go to the CEO. You can befriend the HR department. You can take them donuts. You can go through presentations with them. You can have fun with this so that you can become friends with the HR departments, and then they will institute this community tour, and then ultimately you will get the business from that. There is an agent that I talked to that did this with a hospital. There was a local hospital that was bringing in surgeons, and they were looking to kind of redo their entire surgical department. And so they are bringing in hundreds of surgeons from out of area so that they can hire them onto their new team, right? And so what we were able to do is we were able to coach that agent on how to befriend that HR department, how to go in and now do this community tours. And now we've added a thriving lead source to the business, because now every single surgeon that is applying for that job and that actually comes down for an interview, we are taking them on a community tour. They're then getting the job. They're falling in love with the area. They're falling in love with that agent. And now that agent has now got 50 to 100 new leads that are hot leads that are also in a higher price point, because they've established this sort of lead source into their business. So it's awesome. A couple of different ways. I just mentioned one way to um, collaborate with a large corporation, but you can also cross promote with some of these smaller local businesses like a landscaper. You could include your business card in their invoices, and then you could refer business of your clients post close. You can have some sort of dollars off or percentage off of a reoccurring landscaping situation or landscaping service. So you can cross promote there. That's been really beneficial for a lot of agents. You can offer to, like I mentioned, have some sort of discount on the back end once they do close. What better way in a close gift to get a discounted maybe landscaping or pressure washing service if they sign up for reoccurring service? And that landscaper and our pressure washer or power washer is going to repay you by sending you more referrals because you are supporting their business. You can also offer, like I mentioned, some discounts on maybe like a home staging service, right? And anyone that works with you, you got to be careful here with legalities, but that you can provide some sort of discount if they were to utilize your services and utilize the home staging services. One of my favorite things to do is events and workshops. I mentioned doing some sort of food drive or some sort of event to support maybe a nonprofit in your area. But another thing you can do is you can do home seminars that are mutually beneficial to other local businesses. So you can do a home seminar at a coffee shop. You're bringing people into the coffee shop. They are ordering coffee. That coffee shop is then not going to make you pay to use their awesome coffee shop for a home seminar, right? One of my favorite seminars that I've been to was actually at an outdoor furniture shop, and it was a seller based seminar. So it was how to get the most out of your home in the new year or how to increase your home's value. And we went over the 10 top ways to increase your home's value, including sprucing up your back or front yard, which was a plug for that company. It was awesome. The agent walked away with several referrals, and the furniture company walked away with several closed deals of furniture because these people wanted to increase the value of their home. It was awesome. All right, how we can make the relationship mutually beneficial. I've been mentioning a few ways throughout this video of how you can make this mutually beneficial. But one thing you can do is you can also do some sort of video series where you are able to kind of showcase what the local business spotlight is or what the local service spotlight is, so that you can kind of cross promote, right? You're giving them a platform for your clientele or for your YouTube channel or for your social media. You're giving them the value of being able to share who they are, the story of their business, the types of services that they provide. And with that platform, they are then potentially going to be able to refer you more business, as they are super thankful that you've been able to give them a platform to share who they are and share their story, ultimately increasing the sales of their business, right? Lastly, here, what I want to make sure that you do is that you are keeping track of your results. This is hard. One way to do this is you can, if you're doing an event, you can obviously have some sort of sign in. You can track these metrics on social media as well. I want you to keep track of this so that you can make a data driven decision of whether you want to continue doing that same thing or maybe pivot with either a different business or a different type of event, for example. And what you can do is, now that you've tracked all of the people or all of the results that have come through that cross promotion or maybe that event, you can now duplicate that, right? With many different local businesses, or you can duplicate and pour gas on the fire of that specific event that you are doing. You can do it, every single month. I know an agent who did one giveaway with a bunch of local businesses, and what they did is they had one massive, massive grand prize. And in order to receive that grand prize, they had to put down the contact information of a referral of someone that wants to talk about real estate, whether it be buying or selling. And this was such a massive success in terms of number of referrals. They have now implemented this into their business to do this monthly. This has become the top lead source for them is giveaways. And so every single month he partners with a bunch of different local businesses. He changes it up every single month, and they come together to do some big grand prize. And this agent they've been doing it for about a year, and they've accumulated so many leads and so many transactions because of these referrals and because of these giveaways that, like I mentioned, it is his number one lead source. So this can be really beneficial. This can be really impactful to your business. I hope that this video was very helpful. I hope that you are able to add small businesses or business relationships to your business so that you can scale and add more leads and ultimately more closings and more income into your business. If you want more tips and tricks on how to scale your business, check out a few of my other videos. If you'd like to jump on a call where I can go over how I can actually customize and implement systems and pipeline power plays as well as lead sources into your business so that you can scale 2 or 3 times the amount of your current business in the next 3 to 6 months, there's going to be a link in the description that links directly to my calendar. I would love to jump on a call, meet you face to face, and go over that with you in detail. Hope to see you soon.